One sunny afternoon, a golden retriever walked into a small-town post office. He padded up to the counter and looked at the postmaster, his tail wagging enthusiastically. The postmaster, a jolly man in his 60s, adjusted his glasses and leaned forward. "Well, this is a surprise!" the postmaster exclaimed. "What can I do for you, buddy?" The dog cleared his throat, surprising the postmaster even further. "I'd like to send a telegram," the dog said in a calm and confident tone. The postmaster blinked a few times, unsure if he was dreaming, but deciding to play along, he grabbed his notepad and pen. "All right," he said, suppressing a chuckle. "What message would you like to send?" The dog thought for a moment, then said, "I wanted to say, woof, 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 woof." The postmaster nodded and began counting the words. After a few moments, he looked up and smiled. "You know," he said, "for the same price, you can add 3 more woofs to your message. That would make it 10 words instead of 7. The dog tilted his head to the side, as if deep in thought. He stared at the postmaster for a long moment, then furrowed his brows. "10 words, you say?" he asked. "That's right," the postmaster replied. "No extra charge." The dog scratched his ear with his paw, clearly pondering this offer. Finally, he looked the postmaster straight in the eye and said, "But if I added 3 more woofs, it wouldn't make any sense." The postmaster froze for a second before bursting into laughter. He clutched his stomach and nearly fell off his chair, tears streaming down his face. "You're telling me the 7 woofs already make sense?" he asked, gasping for air. The dog nodded solemnly. "Of course they do. It's a very specific message. It's for my cousin in the city, and he'll understand it perfectly. If I add more, he might think I'm rambling." The postmaster wiped his eyes, still chuckling. "Fair enough," he said, jotting down the message. "Woof, woof, 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 woof it is." As the dog handed over a small pouch of coins, he smiled and said, "Thank you. You've been very helpful." With that, the golden retriever trotted out of the post office, leaving the postmaster shaking his head in amusement. "Smartest dog I've ever met," he muttered to himself, "and probably the only one who knows how to send a telegram."